This is a Razer Basilisk Ultimate. This wireless gaming mouse was released in November of 2019, and it is now December of 2022, so space, you may say. Why are you reviewing a 3-year-old mouse? Well, let me tell you why. Because I'm not reviewing it, I'm here to argue it that this might be the best deal and the best value in gaming mice on the market today. And so here's why. It's very simple. The price. This mouse originally retailed for $160, and I'm not even sure, to be honest, if that price originally 3 years ago included the charger for it or not. But they bundle it now. Now you can buy it by itself, or you can buy it with the charger. The funny thing, the mouse by itself still sells for about $150 or $160, something around there. $150, I believe. Best Buy and Amazon, and probably some other places, we're selling it for just about $80, $79.99. And that's a very good price for premium gaming mouse from Razer, even though it's a little bit older. Now, the catch is, a couple days later, it actually went down in price even more. And as of the time of this recording, as of right now, Best Buy and Amazon are selling this mouse bundled with the charger for $67.99. Are you kidding me? I mean, that's crazy. That's a premium top tier mouse selling for mid-range price. I wouldn't call it, super cheap, but it's under $70 for fully wireless mouse with the hyperspeed receiver, so it's great for gaming. RGB premium optical switches. You have, I believe it's 11 customizable buttons. Your scroll wheel clicks sideways. So it has a couple of RGB strips built in under the buttons here. You can obviously make them whatever you want through Razer software. If you Razer logo, and the scroll wheel lights up as well. Now you have a couple of buttons here. By default, they change your sensitivity or DPI of the mouse. And honestly, I don't remember what this one does. I remap them something else. You have obviously your standard buttons here. And this is kind of cool. So the sniper button, it's very common nowadays. But in this one, it's actually removable. And you can just replace it with a little cover if you don't want to use it. I do use it though. So I put it here. And it feels very nice. It's very sharp, clicky. Okay. On the bottom, you have actually one more button that you can customize. I have mine set up to lock my computer instantly, so if I need to step away from my desk, I just flip it over, click the button, and computer locks. And also the scroll wheel, obviously, again, it clicks sideways, but it also has resistance adjustment here, so you can increase the resistance, make it very tactile and clicky, or you can decrease the resistance, making it much lighter to spin. And that's like right here, is probably where I prefer it. Let's see, or pretty much go all the way to no resistance at all. However, it's not gonna free spin like, say, your popular Logitech mice here. They just sort of free spin like that. And some newer Razer's mice can do the same thing, in fact. This one doesn't, but I kind of feel like I like this maybe even better. Now, here we have the latest version of the same mouse. This is the Basilisk V3. It comes in wireless form, but I have a wired here. I got it because I was curious to see how they compare. And there's some differences, there's some pretty cool differences, but there are also a couple of things that actually make me not quite like this mouse as much as I like the Ultimate here. So real quick, what's the main difference here? Well, obviously the RGB. So now they have this big, impressive looking RGB strip at the bottom, and it's just gonna replace the smaller strips under the buttons there. It's pretty cool when you have it like this. I mean, it looks real nice. Kind of feel like if you're gonna do this like this, just wrap it all the way around. I don't really like how it just starts from the middle of the mouse and just goes behind, right where your hand's gonna cover it, But that's kind of a nitpick. And also from certain angles, when I'm sitting at my desk and it's just sitting on my mouse mat, the RGB doesn't look so great because the angle is around here, so I can see some of it, brighter spots sticking out there and like up here, and it's a bit annoying to me. I feel like the Ultimate has it cleaner, a little bit more subtle, but also still looks very premium, and this looks more gamery, something that will be awesome for a teenager, I think. While this mouse here, in my opinion, just looks good on anyone's desk, even if you're a bit older and teenager like myself. So I like the RGB better on the Ultimate. Next, the finish of it. The shape and design is virtually identical except for the shape of the sniper button. Speaking of which, on the Ultimate, I like the feel of the button better. Here, it's a bit mushy, while the Ultimate is just very sharp and clicky. And also, on the V3, the sniper button is not removable. These buttons and your main buttons feel very similar, similar switches. And the scroll wheel has one big change. So while on the Ultimate we have adjustable resistance, with the V3 we have a scroll wheel similar to what Logitech do with the free scroll. However, it's a little bit different. This one is controlled electronically by software versus mechanical control on Logitech. So I have a tactile mouse feel. You just press this button and it free spins. It's pretty cool. However, to be honest, this feature feels just a little bit underdeveloped. I don't know, it works fine, but what I don't like is you hear the distinctive sound of the clutch engaging, so when you click it, and you can actually even see it there. And also there's some gimmicky software features for this where you can switch between the modes automatically, and that works okay. Sometimes it gets confused and it just does it wrong time, so not a huge fan of that. So when we talk about the free spinning capability or just adjustable resistance, I actually kind of prefer the adjustable resistance of the Ultimate. And then of course, another option you may have in the very similar price range is the Basilisk Hyperspeed, Basilisk X Hyperspeed. So this one has Bluetooth, and this is more of a, I guess, portable mouse. I would say, well, it's not too portable, it's still big. It's the same size as this guy's. It doesn't have the RGBs or anything, or sniper button, but it still has that very comfortable ergonomic design and shape. This guy's you can get for about $40, and this guy, something I unboxed recently, is Razer Orochi V2. Also cool portable mouse from Razer. You can get this for about $35. So all of them are great deals, very good pricing. On the competitor side, with Logitech, they have the same one here, which is our, of course, G502. This is SE because of the colors, but they have them in black. So this mouse you can get for about $30 on sale in the wired form, or $90, $89.99 in wireless. So it's also a really good deal. But I actually had two of these, and I've always been a fan of Logitech. However, I've been a bit disappointed lately because just in a couple of years of use, my scroll wheels keep wearing out, and the click is not great, and the side clicks are not great, and sometimes it registers clicks that I don't want it, that I didn't intend. So that was one of probably main reason why I'm replacing this mouse, and probably main reason why I don't want to replace it with another Logitech. But I use my scroll wheel a lot, and so I do wear them out. Like I had other older mice that I also kind of wore the scroll wheels out, so they still work, they just don't work as good. So that's me and how I use them. It might not be a problem for you. In that case, Logitech is probably a good option. Sorry, I can't really comment on anything else because I only use Razer and Logitech mice. With this lineup here, starting from $35, $40, $50 for this, I forgot to mention, I'm sorry, for the V3 and wired form. But if you want wireless, no sales yet, $160 because it's new. And if you want it with the wireless charger, it's actually $200 and you can only get it directly from Razer. So pretty pricey for this, but $50 for wired version. And if you look at this lineup, we have basic mouse, you know, just a battery powered AA or AAA. Another pretty basic mouse. We have this wired gaming, nice and premium. And we have the Basilisk Ultimate, which is wireless premium mouse for $67.99. It's just the best deal right now. Finally, I want to address a couple of fit and finish points. So Razer changed the materials they use on the buttons. They're a bit more plasticky and kind of scratchy. It was the same with the Hyperspeed, and it's the same with the Orochi. However, with the Ultimate, it was a little bit older, like soft touch material. It might be a plus or a minus. I'm not sure yet. Only long-term use will show that. This material feels a little bit more sticky, but obviously softer to the touch, and also picks up like oils from your fingers a little bit more. It does feel more premium in my opinion versus just a very basic plasticky feel, but I believe they changed it probably to make it a little bit more durable over time. Other than that, they feel very similar in as far as materials that are used, pretty much the same all the way around. A quick note I want to insert right here too, for those that are curious about boxes and what they look like. So Basilisk Ultimate, bundled with the charger, comes in a little bit more premium looking box. And the Basilisk V3 in its wired form is much simpler, cheaper box. And again, you know, it's not exactly the same level of mouse if you think about, you know, when it's originally released and what it is, but they're very close in price. Difference is less than $20 between the two, so I'm gonna put them in category of the same price range. You get definitely a bit more premium experience with the Ultimate. So again, it's 2022, the end of it. Does this mouse make sense 3 years later? Absolutely it does. Yes, they have like 25 or 26,000 dpi optical sensor here. This one is only 20,000 dpi optical. I use mine on like 1150. So like, you know, who cares? Other than that, the performance is literally identical. Both are controlled with software. In fact, both can be controlled at the same time, which is kind of interesting. And other than, you know, wired or wireless, I don't think you can find this in wired really, you know, like retail anymore. But just say if this was wireless too, we're looking at $160 versus $67. We're looking at $100 difference between two very similar mice that perform pretty much identical. Like when you use it, they feel the same. I recommend this one. You can't beat it. Now, this is literally the best deal in the market. That's it.